Welcome to code-shayk. This video is all about decision-making structures using if statements. Decision-making structures have one or more conditions to be evaluated in a program, along with a statement or statements that are to be executed if the condition is determined to be true, and optionally, other statements are to be executed if the condition is determined to be false. In other words, decision-making statements evaluate the Boolean expression and control the program flow depending upon the result of the condition provided. Boolean expression can either be true or false. Decision-making statements are of two types: if statements and switch case statements. The if statement is used to evaluate a condition. The control of the program is diverted depending upon the specific condition. The condition of the if statement gives a Boolean value, either true or false. In Java, if can be used in the following ways in the program. There is an if statement, if and only if statements, if else statement, if else if statements, nested if statement. Now we shall create our first Java project in Eclipse. First we open Eclipse and then we select the directory where we need to set up our workspace and click on Launch. This is how Eclipse will look when we first start it. Close the Welcome tab. We need to configure some settings to change the perspective to Java. To Window, Perspective, open Perspective, select on Java. Then we need to configure our JVM by going to Window, Preferences, Java, expand it, install JRE, add, next, directory, and we select the directory where our JDK 11 has been installed. We select this folder and click on Finish. Select the JDK and apply and close. Then we need to change the compliance to 11. Go to Window, Preferences, go to Compiler, Compiler compliance level to 11 and click on Apply and Close. Here we click on Create a Java project for creating a new Java project. Let's start by giving the name as Java Programming. Use the default JRE and click on Finish. Double click on this Java Programming to expand. We can see here the JRE system library have been incorporated here. Then we click on SRC folder. Here we'll be creating our packages and classes. We right click, New, Package. Let's name Core Java. Click on Finish. Right click again on Core Java. Inside this package, Core Java, we'll be creating a class. Right click, New, Class. Since we are focusing on decision making statements, let's name this class as Decision Making. Check this box, Public Static Void Main, and click on Finish. Now we can see our class has been created with the Public Static Void Main block. We have to write our code inside this block. Let's start out by writing. We type in system.out.println and we pass in a string value. Let's say hello world and click on Save. What this system.out.println will do, it will print this hello world in the output. So let's run this program by clicking on Run. We can see the output here in the console. So if we change the string value and click on Save, we can alternatively run by pressing Ctrl F11 and we can see that the output has been changed. If we change it to decision making and save it, we see that the output is changed. The if statement goes like, if there is a condition and if the condition is true, then we execute some statement or statements. Here we shall print out some value. For printing we use system.out.println. Instead of typing in the whole phrase, we just type in sysout and press Ctrl space, enter. Eclipse completes out the phrase. Let us initialize some variable. Let's write a program for printing out the eligibility to vote based on the age. Let's take an integer value int age equals to 18 and we give a semicolon at the end. It means that 18 will be assigned to a variable called age and it will be of type integer. So if age is greater than or equal to 18, we print out eligible to vote. Coming to a second type, if and only if, we give another if statement and type in if age is less than 18, we print out not eligible to vote and we run this. So if we change the value to 10, save this, run again, not eligible to vote. Coming to a third type, if else statement. Instead of checking this condition again, we can just replace it with an else block and save it. It means that if age is greater than equal to 18, execute this, and if this condition evaluates to false, then execute this. So there is no need to check the second time, and we run this. We see not eligible to vote since age is 10 and less than 18. If we change this to 20, save this, run again, we can see the output has been changed to eligible to vote. So depending upon the true and false condition, if block and the else block, they are executed. Coming to a third type, if else if. In if else if, the else block will be executed with a condition. Here we have given if age is greater than 18, then print age is greater than 18. Else if age is less than 18, print age is less than 18. So here the condition for else will not just depend on this condition. It will again come and check whether the age is less than 18 evaluates to true, then only it will enter the else block. So if we run this, we can see here age is greater than 18. We shall look at nested if. Let us write a program to find out the maximum of three numbers. Let us declare three variables. We can declare the three variables in a single line since all of them are int, separated by a comma. Here a, b and c are of the same data type, integer. First we write if a is greater than b. This means the first block a is greater than b, while the second block denotes that b is greater than a. So if a is greater than b, that means b is not the greatest. So either a or c is the greatest. Since b is out of the competition, we are left with a and c in the first if block. In the first if block, we again check for if a is greater than c. The else block denotes that b is greater than a. That means either b or c is greatest. Run the program. We see here clearly c is the greatest. Now if we make b the greatest, save it, run it again. Now b is the greatest. Now if we make a the greatest, run it, a becomes the greatest. That's all with if statements. Thank you.